Parmeshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandala Akaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhyanamulam Guru Murti Puja Mulam Guru Padam Mantramulam Guru Vakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Punaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Chidarpana, Jai Gurudev. Let's chant first Shlok 1 to 19, Adhyay 7. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Saptamo Dhyayah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Sakta Manapatha Yogam Yunjan Madashraya Asanshayam Samagram Mam Yatha Jnasyasi Tachrinu. Jnanam Teham Savijnanam Idam Vakshyamya Shishataha Yajñatva Neha Bhuyonyat Gyatavyamavashishyate. Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschidhyatati Siddhaye Yata Tamapi Siddhanam Kaschin Mam Vetti Tattvataha. Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Bhinna Prakritirashtadha Apareya Mitastvanyam Prakritim Vidhi Me Param. Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Yayedam Dharyate Jagat Etadyonini Bhutani Sarvani Pyupadaraya. Aham Kritsnasya Jagataha Prabhava Pralayastata Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Mai Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Mani Gana Iva. Rasohamapsu Kaunteya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayo. Pranava Sarva Vedeshu शब्दखे पौरुषं ऋषु पुण्यो गन्ध पृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनम् बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् बलं बलवतां चाहं कामरागविवर्जितम् धर्मविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसास्तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैर् सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्य परमव्ययम् दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते न मां दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः मायया परतज्ञान आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जना सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्त एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोऽर्थम् अहं स च मम प्रियः उदारा सर्व एवैते ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम् बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वमिति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभः। हरि ओम तत्सत। Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Welcome everyone at the center as well as those on Zoom. We are on Adhyay 7, Gyan Vigyan Yog. As we have discussed so far, this is the first Adhyay, the first time that Bhagwan is revealing himself as Bhagwan. And he says, I am going to give you the Gyan in entirety. Right? He says, whatever is Gyan and whatever is Vishesh Gyan, Vigyan. Gyan is of the material world, Vigyan is direct experience of the self. Then Bhagwan goes on to give several of his manifestations in our daily life, where we can actually, if we use it as a meditation, we can actually experience the presence of divinity in this very world around us. Then Bhagwan talked about lower Prakriti and higher Prakriti. Lower Prakriti is whatever is made up of the 8 elements, 8 different factors which we have studied. But without the higher Prakriti entering that and enlivening that, they would remain insentient. So only when higher Prakriti enters that, Jad becomes Chetan. Then we learnt a bit about how the world is created by the 3 gunas, and that everything in the world is just a combination and a permutation and a different ratios of sattva, rajas and tamas. And then Bhagwan also said, this Maya is very difficult to overcome, very difficult to pierce, but not impossible. He gave also the method, who will be able to cross this Maya? Who will be able to cross?
The one who is dedicated to
The one who is dedicated, the one who is always connected with the self. So today, very beautiful shlokas are there. Who is dearest to Bhagwan? And let me tell you that it's a very encouraging shlokas. 4 shlokas we'll do today, but they are short. And anyone who is connected with the Gita, anyone who is a satsangi, anyone who is on the quest, Bhagwan says, you are considered my bhakt. So all those of you who are here, Bhagwan considers you as his bhakt. Even those on Zoom, don't worry. So let us see what Bhagwan has to say. We will read shlok number 16 again. Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritinurjuna arto jigyasurartharthi jnani cha bharatarshava. Let's read the translation. 4 types of devotees of noble deeds worship me, Arjun, the seeker after worldly possessions, the afflicted, the seeker for knowledge, and the man of wisdom, O best of Bharatas. Let's take the meanings. Chatur Vidha, 4 types. 4 types. Jana, of people. Sukritina, of noble deeds. Bhajante, worship, adore. Mam, me, Bhagwan. 4 types of devotees, 4 types of people who are of noble deeds worship Bhagwan. Who are they? Arto, those who are afflicted. Jigyasu, those who are seekers of knowledge. Artharthi, seeker of possessions. And the 4th one, Jnani, man of wisdom. Bharatarshabha, O best of Bharatas. Bharata is the clan from where he has descended. Let's take the first word, Sukritina, because all these 4 are of noble deeds. Sukritina, of noble deeds. Meaning that from their previous lives, they have accumulated lot of punya. They have done very good deeds in so many previous lifetimes. That is why in this very lifetime, they are inclined to go towards God. If you hadn't got that previous punya, if you have not delved into getting to know Bhagwan in the previous life, maybe in this life you would not be satsangi. You would not be looking for Gita. Okay? So in some previous life, they have done some good deeds, they have made a connection with God, and in this life they are continuing their journey. So Bhagwan says, you are my devotee. by that fact itself, you are my devotee. Because you think of me, because you come to me, because you seek my help, you are my devotee. And we can consider ourselves blessed just for that much. Now, there are so many people like that. So Bhagwan has classified all the bhakts, all the devotees into 4 types. From these 4 types, 3 types pray to God, worship God for some desire. They are going to God to worship God to fulfill their desires, whatever that may be. So their bhakti you can call sakam bhakti. The 4th one has no more desires left. So he doesn't worship Bhagwan to fulfill any desire. So we can call that nishkam bhakti. But whether you are worshipping Bhagwan for a desire, to fulfill a desire, or not to fulfill a desire, Bhagwan still considers you bhakt, still considers you his devotee. So let's go with each one of them. First one Bhagwan says is arto. Arto means afflicted. Afflicted means distressed. Some problem is there which is giving lot of dukh, grief. So what could be these things which are giving a bhakt dukh, grief? Can you share some examples what it could be? Anything, I mean, from your own life you can say? Financial, yeah. Health, relationships, poverty, right? So many things are there, disease, some enemies. People have enemies also. And death. So there are so many things which afflict people, and although they are noble, they have done noble deeds, nobody is spared from dukh. Nobody is spared from dukh. So they cry out to God for help because it is too much for them to overcome it by themselves. Maybe they've tried a lot and they are unable to come out of that situation. So they worship God, He take care of my life and take this trouble away from me. And that is why write your question and ask me later. So the entire Karma Kand of the Vedas, that portion of the Vedas, prescribes all kinds of mantras, yagnas, pujas to overcome these kind of very difficult situations which can hinder a person's spiritual progress. So it's not just for fulfilling some, frivolous desire, but it is for something that is actually coming in the way of their spiritual progress. And it is very difficult at a human level maybe to resolve. Maybe they've tried a lot of things and finally they will pray to God. And this kind of yagnas which are done for removing all these kind of afflictions, they are called Artha Bhakti. Artha Bhakti. So, one way of saying is that maybe they have got some serious problem in their life, they can't overcome it, they turn to God and their faith in God gets stronger. Maybe if they didn't have those difficulties, they may not have even thought of God. Yes or no? It is possible. You are sukh, then nobody has time for Bhagwan. So this is maybe, it's one way, a blessing or kripa of Bhagwan only. I want you. You have all this punya from previous lifetimes. Now in this lifetime, some prarabdha has come. You have got some difficulty and you are dagmagaing. So come to me, I will help you come out. That is why Vedas has got these yagnas to you. So God accepts them also. You are also considered my bhakt. So in this Artho section, can you think of anyone who had some very great difficulty and then had to call for Bhagwan's help? Draupadi, exactly. Draupadi, in that moment, no human helped, no human. She called for Bhagwan. Bhagwan manifested himself as her vastra. Bhagwan came as her vastra. And no matter how much that Dushasan was pulling, it never got over because Bhagwan is infinite. There is also one story of Gajendra. One Hathi is there. Gajendra. He is I think king of the elephants, a very strong, big elephant. And one day he was playing in the lake with his friends, elephant friends. And one crocodile came and grabbed one of his legs and started pulling him into the water. The friends tried to help, friends meaning elephants, tried to help him, but they could not. So finally they also went out. And he struggled. He's an elephant, strong, big. Crocodile se bahut bada hai. But he still could not free himself from that crocodile. The story goes that at that moment his mind turns to Bhagwan. And he sees Bhagwan Vishnu on the Garud coming towards him. And he picks one lotus flower from the pond and he offers it to Bhagwan Vishnu. And the words he invokes is Narayana Akhila Guru Bhagwan Namaste. And he bows down. Now I am gone. If you want, you only help me, you only save me, I surrender to you. Bhagwan appeared and saved Gajendra. That's what the story goes. So why in this story did they choose elephant? Most powerful, most strong, most huge, so strong, yet the crocodile could bring him to that point where he could not save himself. Who is the crocodile? Our ego. The symbolism is elephant is a strong, mighty person, but even a strong, mighty person can get dragged down by one's ego. And the lake is the sansar. So these dangers which come into our life, if we turn ourselves to Bhagwan, instead of always thinking, I can do this, I can come out of this ego, I can come out of this, whatever God gives, I will manage to come out of it. So God says, go ahead, you don't need my help, don't need to come there. So this is one thing to learn from this Artho. The second kind of devotee, Bhagwan is calling Jigyasu. Jigyasu is the seeker of knowledge. He is seeking because he is curious about the knowledge. He wants to gather knowledge. He wants to collect knowledge. The knowledge could also be worldly knowledge. It could also be spiritual knowledge. So when someone wants a lot of knowledge, suppose it is worldly knowledge, whether it is in music or whether it is in the arts, or they will find the God, connected with that stream. Like if they want poetry or music, they will pray to Saraswati Mata. So they connect to some form of Bhagwan where they will be able to progress in that knowledge. And if it is spiritual knowledge also, they will also connect to some Bhagwan, maybe Shivji, who is of course the bhandara of knowledge, and they will pray. But the knowledge that they want is just out of curiosity, just out of collecting. Maybe to show their power over others. You know, somebody who was very erudite and showed power? Ravan. Probably there is no one who was more learned than Ravan. But he used all that in the wrong way. So some like to just gather spiritual knowledge. They just want to know it. That's all. So whatever may be the reason, spiritual knowledge gathering, in curiosity, power, wanting to progress in some stream or the other, Bhagwan says, if you are praying to me for that, you are my bhakt. I accept you as my bhakt. Okay? Alright, let's go. And 1 minute. Let's also see a little bit. If you are a jigyasu, you may start off by being curious about this knowledge. But it's possible that as you go on collecting this knowledge, you get so drawn to it, so you can pursue it on a different level. So every jigyasu can be a potential jnani. So it's nothing wrong, even if you are doing it out of curiosity. To get a firm understanding of this knowledge, people think you have to have very high IQ. I'm so dumb. I will not be able to understand this. It is very, abstract. So do you need a very high IQ to understand this knowledge? Not at all. Maybe you need a lot of affinity towards study, but you do not need a high IQ. Then what do you need? Faith. You need surrender. You need surrender, you need shraddha in the knowledge. You need surrender and shraddha when we say, we call it devotion. It basically is devotion. It is opening of the heart, not just of the intellect. One story is there about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was taking a tour in South India and he was visiting one temple. So there in one corner he saw one man and he had a book in his hand and tears were rolling down his eyes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went near that person and he saw that the man was holding Gita, but the book was upside down. And with his hand he was like doing like this, as if, how our children read, like that. His tears are rolling, book is upside down, and he is doing like this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, what did you understand? What are you reading? What did you understand from this book? The man was illiterate. That is why he was holding the book upside down. He didn't even know what is the right way to hold the book. He said, I don't know how to read. But in my mind, I am seeing Krishna, Bhagwan. He is teaching Arjun and the words are coming in my mind, Krishna, 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 Krishna. I am reading that. I am reading Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you don't need to be educated. If your heart is open and you have taken this teaching into your heart, if you are taking Bhagwan into your heart, you are a bhakt. So that is jigyasu. Third, artharthi. Now here there are two interpretations for this word. So we'll go with the first one. Artha means what? Money, wealth. For Purushartha sadhana, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So artharthi could mean the one who is praying to Bhagwan for worldly possessions. Could be money, could be any other material satisfaction. It could be also material satisfaction on earth. It could also be material satisfaction after death. Where?
Heaven.
Heaven, Swarg. Oh, give me Swarg, give me Swarg. Okay, like that. The second way of looking at this word Artharthi is those who want to complete their four Purushartha. See, Purusha, Artha comes there, na? So the one who's praying to God, Bhagwan, help me go through these four Purusharths, so finally I can reach moksha. Purusharth. And most of us would come in that category because we all want to finish our dharma, finish artha, kama, jo bhi duties hai, khatam karo, chalo, let's walk on the path of moksha. Alright? All these three, Artho, Jigyasu, Artharthi, they are all considered devotees. They are all praying to God. They are all worshipping God. And they are using God as an instrument, as a means to get something. Yes or no? Whether it is freedom from some distress, or whether it is some knowledge, or whether it is just finishing the four Purusharths and then moving on. They are not praying for the ultimate goal. They are not praying. They are saying, help me to do my dharma. Help me to get artha. Help me to do my kama. And then I will move towards moksha. So they are still using Bhagwan as a means for getting something. So the fulfillment of their desires is, that desire is greater than God for them. First do this. First let me finish this. Then I will come to you. We say that, na? ये खत्म हो जाएगा, ये खत्म हो जाएगा, children का ये होगा, family is settled, this will happen, that will happen. Then I will devote. It is common. Now let's go to the fourth one, Jnani, man of wisdom. Wisdom means what? Buddhi. Has used his vivek. If you use your vivek in the correct way, what will you get? Vairagya, exactly. If you use your vivek correctly, you will get vairagya. Getting vairagya means what?
No desires.
Huh?
From desire.
Somebody said it? No desires. Freedom from desire. He doesn't have any desire. He doesn't need to pray to God to get anything. He doesn't need anything from God. So he simply prays Nishkam Bhakti. Nishkam. Just one. You'll wonder that why he's praying. We'll come to that. Next shloka will tell you why he prays. So we can call this person a jnani, right? So somebody will be surprised. He's a jnani, then how can he be a bhakt? Because people have put these into two separate compartments. Either you are a jnani or you are a bhakt. Either you are going in the Gyan Marg or you are going in the Bhakti Marg. This is such a false concept. Because every bhakt eventually is a jnani only. And every jnani is also a bhakt. Because the end result of both these margs is oneness with the self. Oneness with Bhagwan. Now, we know the four different categories. For you, you have to see which one of these you fit into. Are you a bhakt because you are trying to overcome so many difficulties in your life? Or are you just curious about this knowledge? It's fascinating, it's interesting, I want to know more. Or are you trying to get some material wealth, or are you trying to finish your dharma duties, or are you a jigyasu? Are you a jnani? Have you become established in the self because there are no more desires left? So somewhere along this category, somewhere you will fit, right? But there is another way of interpreting this shloka. One is that there are 4 different bhakts, devotees. Another way is saying that all the devotees, whoever they may be, these are the 4 stages of a bhakt. So in the beginning, maybe you come to pray to God because there is some dukh in your life, because there is some affliction, because there is something that you cannot overcome by yourself. So you turn to God. A big blessing, a big kripa, you can say, for such a thing to happen. Because if that danger or that disease or that some big problem did not occur, maybe you would never turn towards God. And if you didn't have the sanskars of previous life, noble deeds, sukritino, if you didn't have that, then also you would not find Bhagwan as a recourse to solve your problems. Because every single person in the world has some affliction. Yes or no? But everybody does not turn to Bhagwan. Some turn to Bhagwan. Those are the bhakts. So in the beginning, everyone is turning as an arto towards Bhagwan. When you turn towards Bhagwan, first and foremost, can you understand why we are having this dukh? Human condition. Everyone has some suffering. If it's a human condition, then there must be one general reason why suffering is happening. What do you think that is?
Your past actions is giving you that.
Why? Why you had those past actions?
Because of your desires and ignorance.
So, in other words, the ignorance has done what?
As you created a false identification.
It has separated you from Bhagwan. The connection or the knowledge that you are that. Because of the separation, you feel alone. Because of the separation, you have incompleteness. Because you have incompleteness, you have desires. And that is why you are coming again and again that separateness is there only. So instead of becoming better and better with lifetime after lifetime, you are going deeper and deeper into your ignorance. So that separation from your own divinity, and such an irony, you are already that. You are the bhandar of happiness. You are the ocean of happiness. But everyone is dukhi. Because you have separated yourself from your own ocean of happiness, and now you are trying to find it in the puddle on the road. You are finding it in the gutter. You are finding it in all different sources of ocean water, when the whole ocean of bliss is inside you. So he will connect. He will struggle to come somewhere towards God. Higher power will help me. So he will seek God. He will become a jigyasu. So that is what brings you to satsang. This is what brings you to a sant. That is what brings you to Gita. That is what brings you to YouTube videos that will deal with this knowledge. So you become a jigyasu because of your affliction. And he starts understanding things. He starts getting some knowledge. Oh, मोक्ष भी है. Oh, 4 पुरुषार्थ है. अच्छा, dharma भी है, artha, kama. Oh, then he becomes a purushartharthi. Artharthi. He becomes the one who is trying to finish his purusharth. And if you see from the way of artha also, the highest artha of the purush is his own atma. So he becomes a purusharthi finding the highest, biggest wealth that is hidden inside him. And then finally, if he stays on the path and he follows everything, the chances are that he will become Jnani. So these are, either you can take it as 4 different kinds of bhakts, or you can take it as 4 different stages of every bhakt. So let's see now, simple, now 2-3 verses are there, but they are very simple and we will do them very nicely, quickly. Let's go to 17. Tesham yani nitya yukta eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnanino tartham aham sacha mama priya. Of these, the best is the man of wisdom, ever established in identity with me and possessed of exclusive devotion. For I am extremely dear to the wise man who knows me in reality, and he is extremely dear to me. Tesham, of these means of these 4 categories. The Jnani, man of wisdom, Vishishyate is the best, excels, is superior. Why? Because he is Nitya Yukta, ever established in identity with me. And second reason, Eka Bhakti, possessed of exclusive devotion. Going to the next second line, he, for aham, I am, actually I, am is understood. Atyartham, extremely, ati we say na, a lot. Atyartham, extremely, superlatively. Priyo, dear. Jnanino, to the wise man. I am extremely dear to the wise man, means the wise man loves me extremely. Searcher, and he too, Priya, dear, to me, Mama. So, Bhagwan is declaring who is the best of the 4. So, why is the Jnani considered by Bhagwan the best of the 4, the best devotee? First reason, Nitya Yukta. He is ever established in identity with me. Nitya means always. Yukta means connected, always connected to me. Why?
Because he has no desire.
No distraction, no desire, idhar udhar jane ka, nothing. Other 3 have some other desire and they are using God to get that desire. The goal is the object. Whereas here, there is no other distraction, there is no other desire. So, Nitya, continuously connected to Bhagwan. So, why does the Jnani worship Bhagwan if he has no desire?
There's nothing left to attain. Oh, gratitude.
Gratitude, love. When you love someone, and all of you must have experienced love with someone or the other at some stage, don't you always want to be with that person? So if you love God, you always want to be with God. So Nitya Yukta, always connected, always connected. You are one with Bhagwan. Jnani is not worshipping Bhagwan also only during puja. He is not thinking of Bhagwan only during japa. Or only this or only that. Nitya. Background substratum is there. Aham Brahmasmi. So that is one of the reasons. And Eka Bhakti. No other love. Eka Bhakti. Single pointed devotion. A love is not divided into several objects. Several people. Thora love idhar bhi, thora love idhar bhi, thora love idhar bhi, thora love idhar bhi. Our love is getting fragmented. So does it mean that if you love God, you can't love anyone else? Then what does it mean?
It means you see God in everyone.
You love everyone because you are seeing Bhagwan in every single person. Eka Bhaktiya, vision of Bhagwan in all. There is no other. That is why Eka Bhaktiya, no other. Third reason he says, well, not reason really, but third lakshan, the Bhakt, the Jnani, loves me dearly. The Bhakt, for I am extremely dear to the wise man. It says, no? I am extremely dear. Means the wise man loves me extremely. Means what? He has surrendered. The Jnani has surrendered. Now when you surrender, there is no I and you. You have become one. There is no separation. All other upadhis have been separated. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the senses. Nothing is left. Everything is one. So for the Jnani, divinity is the self. In him, you can say in inverted commas, in him and in everything else also. Extremely dear. His love is unconditional. What does it mean unconditional? He loves, full stop. Uske baad nothing, no predicate is required in that sentence. When we say I love you, we say no. I is also there. You is also there. But in this love, neither I nor you, just love. That is why we say God is the essence of love. There is no I and there is no you. So we can understand that if you have to make an image of the Jnani's heart, you say Bhagwan is in the Jnani's heart, right? You'd say, you can make that image. Heart, usme Bhagwan hi hai, nobody else. Yes? But then Bhagwan says, Sachamam Priya, he is also extremely dear to me. Not only Bhakti is loving me dearly, but Bhagwan is also loving the Bhakt dearly. Love reflects love. Love reflects love. If you love anyone, forget Bhagwan. If you love dearly in the true way, unconditionally, then automatically that love gets reflected back to you. Right or wrong? You must have experienced, if your love has got some pollution in it, then from there also some pollution will come back. So this Bhakt, the man of wisdom, his love to Bhagwan is not to a murti, not to something else, not to the instrument to get me anything. Where is this love? Self. Self means self, na? Who do you love more than yourself? You don't love anyone more than you love yourself. Even if you say, I love my child more than myself, it's wrong. If you analyze, you love the child only because the child is good to you. The minute the child will do some tamasha, that love will go out of the window. So, in the Jnani's heart, you can see Bhagwan. But here he says, Bhagwan is saying, in my heart, you will see the Jnani. That is where the two have become one. Self and self. Jnani in the Bhagwan's heart and Bhagwan in the Jnani's heart are just one and the same. Self. Atma, Paramatma. Getting it? That is why Jnani is the best for Bhagwan. Now if you see Nitya Yukta, two things are given. Nitya Yukta and Eka Bhakti. Right or not? Where are you Yukta? Outside or inside? In a Jnani, it's an internal process or an external process? Internal. Nitya Yukta. Always. Eka Bhaktiya. Seeing Bhagwan and everyone is it internal or external? External. So internally and externally, in both ways, he is expressing his love for Bhagwan. In Nitya Yukta, Aham Brahmasmi comes. And in Eka Bhakti, Tattvamasi comes. So beautiful. Now, Bhagwan has done little partiality. Because he's saying, Jnani is my best. So others will say, now what about us? Arto and Jigyasu and Artharthi, you like him better than me. So he's saying, don't worry. May come tells in the next shlok. Let's go there. Number 18. Udara sarva evaite Jnani tvatmaiva me matam Astita sahi yuktatma Mamevanuttamam gatim. Indeed, all these are noble, but the man of wisdom is my very self. Such is my view. For such a devotee who has his mind and intellect merged in me is firmly established in me alone as the highest goal. Simple, no? Sarva evete. All these. All these means all four. Sarva ete, all these. Eva, indeed. Udara, noble. All these are noble. All four kinds of devotees are noble. All of them are excellent. Jnani, but the man of wisdom, Atameva, he is my very self. Me matam, that is my view, that is my conclusion. For, Sir, he, that Jnani, Yuktatma, whose mind and intellect has merged with Bhagwan. Yuktatma, the Atma is Yukt. Asthita, has accepted. Asthita, has accepted, and this is the reason he's giving. Has accepted eva, only, mam, me. Anuttamam, highest, gatim, goal. So once again, as he said in the 16th verse, Bhagwan is saying all are noble, sukritino. Here he uses the word udara. All have done noble deeds, all have done punya, All have turned to me in their times when they needed anything. So they are all considered noble. Don't think that any other kind of devotee is not good. So it doesn't matter if you are turning to God for your affliction, if you are turning to God to know more about spiritual things or to finish your purushat, all that, it's fine, it's okay. Bhagwan is not disliking any bhakt. Bhagwan cannot dislike, okay? But the jnani is closest to him. Why? Because he's yuktatma. He has merged. He has become one. He is my very self, Bhagwan says. He is not separate from me. He is not different from me. And the next reason, Astita Mame Vanuttamam Gatim. He has accepted me as the highest goal. No other goal is left. No goal, no ambition, no desire, no distraction. His entire life is now focused on being established in the self. And such a person who is established in the self is Jivan Mukta. Merged. So when a person is worshipping with Nishkam Bhakti, he is seeing himself as divine, he is seeing everyone else also as divine. So what will be his outcome? What will happen to such a person? In short, it's telling us in the 19th Shloka. Let's go ahead. Nothing much to explain here, right? You all have understood. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. In the very last of all births, the enlightened person worships me by realizing that all this is God. Such a great soul is rare indeed. Simple meanings, ante at the end. Bahunam of many, Janmanam births, at the end of many births. Remember that word, many. The enlightened person is understood over there. Prapadyate, worships. Ma, me. Nothing new up till now, all what we have said before. But how is he worshipping me? Jnanavan, with the jnana. So we say buddhivan, with van. With the firm knowledge. What is that firm knowledge? Iti, that. Sarvam, all this, whatever you can see, wherever you can see. Vasudeva is God. So, such a person, he, Mahatma, he is a great soul. Sudurlabha, rare indeed. The Bahunam, many lifetimes. What the Shastras say that when all the punya that you have collected over thousands of lifetimes is ready for maturing, for ripening, you get the sanidhya of a sant. And when you will get that sanidhya, you will be guided on your journey. So at the end of many births, this whole thing is happening, not just because you come to a satsang, you have not just happened to come to satsang. You have maybe worked for thousands of lifetimes to reach the point where you have come to a satsang. Then, with the knowledge that you will acquire, you will do the sadhana, and you will have to do some purusharth. You have done purusharth in so many lifetimes, you have got this punya. So that doesn't mean that you can take it easy in this lifetime. So in this lifetime also you have to do purusharth. Then you will become a sadhak. So from a seeker, you will become a sadhak. And then slowly, you will move from arto to jigyasu to artharthi. Then you will reach that stage where I have to worship the divinity within my own self. That is who I am. And you will then become bhakti plus the firm knowledge that the self within all is one and the same. That is called also para bhakti. There is a total surrender at this stage where you are not saying, God make me happy, God make me happy. You have left your happiness also in the hands of God. You do what you think is right for me. Guide me towards you. Not guide me towards the villa or guide me towards the whatever else people want. Guide me towards you and release me from the false identification with ego. And what is he believing? Vasudeva Sarvam. Means once the Antakaran is fully purified, you will be able to see divinity, Vasudev, in all. Everything, the essence of everything is Brahma. So why is the word Vasudev written? Vasudev is who? Krishna. So why Krishna and everyone are not Shiva, not Vishnu, not Ram? Then who is this Vasudev Sarvam? So in Shrimad Bhagavatam, there is a shlok. It says, what the Upanishads call Brahma, devotees, bhaks, call Vasudev. So it's one and the same. And this is where superficial knowledge that my Vasudev is greater than your Shiva, and my Shiva, people will say, my Shiva is greater than your Vishnu, and all this nonsense. They don't understand. Whenever a Puran is written, it is to highlight the divinity of that Bhagwan. So they will always say this Bhagwan is the highest. In Shiva Puran they will say Shiva is the highest. In Bhagavatam they will say Krishna is the highest. In Devi Bhagavatam they will say Devi is the highest. In Vishnu Puran they will say Vishnu is the highest. So are they lying? No, they all are the highest because they are all Brahma. That is what we have to understand. And such a soul who has understood everything, Bhagwan calls Mahatma, Maha-Atma, noble soul, Jivan Mukt. Bhagwan says this is Sudurlabha, very rare indeed, because Purusharth has to have been done over so many lifetimes. And one more way you can see this word Mahatma. If you don't have a full understanding, you will say my Atma and your Atma and your Atma. Means you have even made the Atma also one small thing caged in some form. Maha-Atma. The Atma is not Chotu. The Atma is Maha. It is Sarva Vyapak. All pervading, all permeating. There is only one Atma, which is Maha-Atma Paramatma. Okay, so it's not just Aham Brahmasmi, it's not just Tattvamasi, someone you like a Tattvamasi, but not Tattvamasi, not like that. But it is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. That is the realization. Simple, na? Easy. Okay, any questions? You had a question?
Mine, after you said about health, different kind of problems, mention death also.
Death also, fear of death is a big problem, no?
Fear.
Fear of death is a big problem. It can paralyze you. Fear paralyzes. Anything else anyone wants to know? Good. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Chittana. Jai Gurudev.